Showboating Sports, guys. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, man, please make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. And if you're returning, well, let's go on and get this party started real quick. All right. All right. All right. All right. We're going to go ahead and get this party rolling.
Just ain't forgot who I am and what I represent, what I stand for. It's the king for a fall, but I outshot them all.
All right, guys. Yeah, you see the title to it. Will Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman next? That's the title of the clip. But like I said, guys, thanks for coming back in here. Glad you guys are back. Man, we're gonna have a nice little show tonight. We're gonna talk about this Keith Thurman and Errol Spence biz. So we're gonna get that going. So, but like I said, if you're new to the channel, please. All right. So you guys see the title to it. So it came out. People are reporting that Errol Spence might be fighting Keith Thurman next December the 8th, December the 17th. I think that's what they said it is. Man, let me just give you straight up what my thought process with that is that I doubt that very serious. I doubt that very serious that they're gonna fight because Errol Spence already said that he'd rather get rid of the belt than fight Keith Thurman. So a lot of people all up in the air hoping it's true. I really wish it was true, but I'm gonna take Errol. He's been a man of his word for so long. I hope that he changed his mind. I really do. I'm really hoping that Errol Spence changed his mind because I really want to see that fight. I want to see Keith Thurman and Errol Spence go at it. But I'm gonna tell you guys a little something, man. You guys might not believe, and I don't want to put it out there because it sounds like bull, but I'm telling you what I heard, man. Somebody told me that they think, I mean, not they think that that it's talks that it might be. I hate to say it. They saying, reason why I say I hate to say it because it sounds like bull crap. And I'm saying, man, I'm like, what? Where'd that come from? Saying it could be Bud, saying it could be Bud. They're saying, from what I'm hearing, is that all this is going on, that Bud's fight is breaking down, that everybody's talking behind the scene. And what's going on next is that Errol Spence's next fight could be Bud. It's probably Bud in December. And that's why Bud hadn't been putting it on his channel, right? Don't know how true it is. I shot Earl a tweet and I said, hey, man, I'm hearing that you're supposed to be fighting Bud. And I'm hoping that it's true, right? But anyway, goes Earl ain't gonna get back with that. But like I said, that's what I put up there, right? I'm not saying it's true. I'm not, but that's what I heard. I heard it was true. I heard that's what's supposed to be happening. Man, like I said, I hate saying it, but I heard it, so I put it out there. Now, I think that's got a chance to it. I think it's got a very minute chance that could happen. I'd be surprised. I would be more surprised if he fought Keith Thurman faster than he fought Bud. And the reason why I said that because Earl is very adamant about not fighting Keith Thurman. So let's talk a little bit more about that, about this whole Keith. What's up, LT, man? Appreciate you coming on back in, man. Salute, man. Yeah, man. So let's talk about Keith Thurman a little bit. So Keith Thurman, if you guys don't know, Keith Thurman had all the belts. I mean, had a few belts last time, right? And then Keith Thurman had a lot of inactivity. So he was stripped of the WBC belt from inactivity. He lost the WBA belt to Manny Pacquiao, right? Keith Thurman had an arm injury, and he kept saying, oh, man, I'm injured. I don't want to fight Errol Spence while I'm not healthy. I want to be a healthy fighter when I fight him, right? Oh, Clint Eastwood, what's going on, man? Thank you for rolling up in here, man. Salute, man. At work, but still listening? Okay, cool, man. Cool. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the love, man. Presidential Mike. Earl said on Twitter that he'll spin the block and come back to Bud. I think he's fighting Thurman. I did see him put up that tweet. He said he'll spin the block. So I was thinking Staniosis. I'm thinking what he mean by spin the block is I'm going to fight Staniosis, my mandatory, and that. But somebody told me today and said, man, hey, we're hearing that Errol Spence and Bud right now, it might be something that might be popping off in December because that's why Bud is not talking about it. They're talking about is the fight is breaking down and they're putting out some false narratives out there. Gerald Slay, what's going on? The GOAT, what's up with you, man? T Word, what's going on, my man? Appreciate you coming back up here, man. Nothing much, man. We talking about this Errol Spence and Keith Thurman thing. They're saying it's a go. I'm not doubting it. I'm not saying I'm not doubting it. I'm taking Earl's word from past. Remember Earl said he'd rather give up the belt than fight Keith Thurman? I don't know how they're going to force Earl into that. I don't see it. I hope so. I hope. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Hold 1 second. Showboating Sports. Showboating Sports. Oh shoot. Hold on. Let me get it in here, guys. I didn't have my phone tuned up and ready for the callers. Hold on 1 second. Let me get you right. Just give me 1 quick second. All I need to do is just do this right here. Bam, bam. And put you guys right in here on this thing. All right, here we go. Got you right in here on that. All right. And let's get you guys ready to call in. There you go. Here we go. We're ready now. We're ready, guys. Now you can call on in. Here you go. It's up and going. You see the call? We up and going. So now call on back, caller. All right. The WBC used leverage to hop the line. Oh, okay. T Word. Okay. So T Word is saying that he heard that he knows WBC is gonna jump the line because of the leverage, right? All right. Mr. Slay, we got it open. Call on in, guys. Y'all want to go ahead and sound off? We got you up and going. So come on with it. We got you guys going up and so we hearing all kind of stuff, man. I know Keith Thurman was hurt before, and Errol really did not want to fight that dude, right? But I'm hoping Errol had a change of heart, man. I do. I would love to see that fight. But my personal thought process is he's gonna fight Staniosis. But if what my man is saying is true, that it's everybody's saying that it is, hey, I'll go with it. I'm happy for it. Hey, T Word, if y'all right about that, man, hey, I'm all for it. I just want to see a good fight, man. I would love to see that fight. I've been wanting to see him and Keith Thurman go at it. But I think, me personally, I think it'll be Staniosis. Then somebody else said that they heard that Bud is going back and forth with that craziness. So here we go.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Showboating Sports, man, you on. Who am I talking with and where you from?
Yo, it's Errol.
Oh, what's up, Errol?
Tennessee. Nah.
What's going on with you,
not much, man. I was about to say, man, I think that to me, I hope to see that he moving up. I think he should go ahead and leave Bud alone. Bad business is bad business. I don't think Bud Bud's never been a good business guy. And he loses money a lot. And as far as fighting Keith Thurman, I kind of don't want to see that fight. I think Errol is killing with a body shot. Thurman got a baby soft body. Like I think when he was fighting Pacquiao heard him put it to the body. Yeah, his body baby soft. So I do give him that big right hand. He got power in both his hands.
Right.
But if Errol can get through that, then I think he'll fold ASAP. So I hope it's that he moving up to fight somebody like Lubin. Go ahead and leave them jokers alone at 147. I think this will hurt Bud's legacy more than him taking a loss from, to Errol Spence. At least it would have been an honorable type of thing. Not saying I think Errol will win, but you know what I mean? Like, not saying that he will. He has a chance. Every fighter has a chance, but yeah, I think it's way worse to do what he did rather than to go ahead and get in the ring with him.
Right.
But yeah,
right.
I ain't want to hold you too much, man.
Well, him ducking is a lot worse.
Yeah.
So you're thinking Errol's gonna move up to 154?
I hope he do. So go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, I know Jamel is up there, but I think that Jamel should move. I think his whole camp should move one step up.
Everybody should move up
because they pretty much did all they could do in their division. Ain't nothing else you can do.
Did you see the tweet? Did you see that tweet T Word was talking about? I saw the tweet today. Errol said that he's going to circle the block, meaning he's going to stay there. He's still on Bud's butt behind on that. So I don't think Earl's going to move up too fast. I think Errol is so close to being undisputed that they're going to make it work because once this other bout flops with Bud, that bout is going to flop. If Bud takes that, but I'm hearing it's falling apart. I really am. And when I heard it's falling apart, then that's what made me want to say what I heard today is that they're hearing that it's some things going on in the background, right? So I don't know. But all right, man. Thank you for calling, man. Thank you for sharing that with us, man.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Hey, you reached him about the shirts, man. About those GOAT shirts. Yeah, man. Just let me know when you get the shirts in, my man. I'll definitely wear it on the show.
I definitely will.
All right.
I definitely will.
I'll definitely wear your shirt on the show. Just get at me, man. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, later. Yeah, man. So that's what I'm hearing. T-Word said if he catches Bud at 154, it'll be like when he beat up Danny. I think it'll be worse than when he beat up Danny, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, he said Maul is still with Shields, but he needs a fight at 168. Mel has to fight Zoo and then move up. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. They're saying that Keith Thurman is supposed to be fighting him. I'm just going off what he said previously, right? But if WBC has pulled the strings and got past Staniosis and that kind of stuff and make that happen, man, I'm all for it. I'm with it. I'd rather see Errol fight Keith Thurman before he fights Staniosis. I really would. I really would like to see that, even though I'm still pissed off at Keith Thurman, man. Because you know what? I think he's been punished enough, but really, to be honest, the best punishment would have been for Keith Thurman, to be honest, was to fight Boots. I would have loved for Spence to fight Staniosis, fight Bud, while Keith Thurman had to go through Boots. Because that's what he deserves to do, man. You know what I mean? I don't think you can be up top bullshitting yourself around, bullshitting everybody around, hold them division, telling me my elbow hurt, my hand hurt, and you could have got them both done, and you out there playing the damn flute looking for love. Go look for love, man. Give up the belts. But now that you have a belt, you have to, man, somebody send me a contract. No, man, you send somebody a damn contract. Send it to Boots, fight your way back up. But if he has slithered his way back through and the WBC has ordered it to where Spence has to fight, then I'm all for it. But me personally, I think it's going to be Staniosis. Because I think right there, I'm not thinking it's because it's a mandatory that they have to settle up. They have to settle one of these mandatories up, right? And Keith Thurman was, I mean, because then after that, what are you going, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's right now, everything's up in there because think about it like this, guys. If he fights Keith Thurman, you still have Staniosis there that made it through another fight. Then what if the IBF goes, well, okay, now you got to fight Staniosis, and then Bud comes back around after beating David up, right? And then come back around. So then that's going to play back in there again. And Staniosis ain't going to keep taking this step aside money. And then guess what? We got to wait again. So it's kind of crazy, man. Yeah, I said if Showtime wants Spence, Boots, it's happening. Money talks in boxing. It can and just might happen. Yeah. But I don't think that they're going to, I mean, I don't know, man. What's going on, ATL? Appreciate you rolling up in here, man. Appreciate you rolling up in here, fam. Yeah, man. Yeah, Mr. Betts, what's going on with you, man? Might as well take care of the mandatory. Hey, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. But you know what? Spence hadn't let anybody down, man. He takes on good fights. So either one of them are good fights. And then you got Mama's Boy. What's going on in here, man? Contact Digest Podcast. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. I think so too. I think Thurman should have fought Boots because, man, that's the right way to do, man. Some of these dudes, man, when they get in here and start bullshitting around and holding up the division, I think they need to fight their way back up, especially Keith Thurman. I think he should have had to fight that monster called Boots. I really do. Because you're sitting around playing flutes and chasing love and all that shit, man. And you letting these other guys fight it out. Then you can go fight Mario Barrios. You know what I mean? I understand that was that get back. You know, I get it. So go send a contract to Boots. What Boots say? I'll take it. There you go. Boots is on Showtime, so you know the payday gonna be there. Why not take it? Why not take it? That's what I'm saying, man. Spence and Boots ain't happening until 154. They're not going to have both generations step on each other. I don't think so either. But my thing, what I would like for happen, man, I would like for Spence and Bud should have been happening by now. That should be happening like right now, going on. Right after that, Spence could have had the option to move up or fight Boots. And that would have been the perfect time to fight Boots for Undisputed or whatever else, or Spence could have moved up. Bud done threw a monkey wrench in everything, man. But man, my God, everything is out of whack, man. It's out of whack. It's out of whack. Man, it was. It was. It was a bullshit title eliminator. It was. Yeah, man. Yeah, he should have. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that was a bullshit title eliminator, man. Yeah, they should have made him fight. Damn, you could have fought Virgil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? But I understand you had some time off. Okay, I give it to Keith. Now Keith needs a tough fight. I don't think Keith should be able to step in there and get an Earl Spence or a Bud. Now I'll take it. I'll take it because I want to see them two fight. I really do want to see them two cats fight. So I'll take it. Man, I'll take any good fight right about now, to be honest. I'll take any good fight. I just want to see some damn good fight, man. We done been robbed all year, man. You know what I'm saying? And then wasn't Wilder and what's name just now fighting? That was supposed to be an eliminator. Now they're saying that he's got to go fight Andy Ruiz as an eliminator for the WBC. Man, shit just changing, man. But that's what they said at first. He was gonna fight that dude, and that was gonna be an eliminator, and then he'd be back. Now he's got to go fight what's name. So, man, it's like they say one thing and they do something different. I think what they do, man, to be honest, and this is really true. What they do is they figure out which fighter and which fights they're gonna make more money off of. And they know once you add a belt or you add some title to it, whether it's an eliminator or something big, it makes it more dramatic. People are out to go spend more money and that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now what they'll do is this is what they'll do. The WBC ordered that belt, that fight between Wilder and Andy Ruiz, right? Mark my words, the WBC don't come up with that belt. Give them a belt after that, which will say, okay, that's the WBC regular champion or something. They'll have a good name for it and say, let them go up and fight again. You know what I mean? And in that way, it'll be something on the line. Wilder have that belt, it'll look good again, and then bam. Because they need somebody like that. They need that. Yeah, I'll never forget Thurman's forced to wear 10-ounce gloves. Hey, man. Hey, but you know what? I can't wait to see that fight. But Spence said he's gonna have that announcement real soon, man. That announcement supposed to come up real soon. Oh, you think Ortiz beat Loma? What you think? I think it could have went either way. I think I gave it was so close, but I did give Ortiz 1 point ahead of Loma. Loma does that starting slow bullshit like he always does, and at the end start stealing rounds. Loma was punching, but he was missing. He was doing a lot of missing. But then, the sportscast, they was playing him up. Oh, Loma this, they always treat him like he's the best thing ever. You know what I mean? Oh, he's the Matrix when he missed. You know what I mean? But if it's Shakur Stevenson's ass, oh, God, he's so boring. Or if it's what's name's ass, he's so boring. But when Loma goes in there and throws 7 punches around, they ain't really got too much of shit to say. That's why I say Loma's the great white hype, man. They're going to keep forcing that down your throat. Oh, he's so great. Who the hell has Loma beat this great? You know what I mean? You know what? People need to stop throwing around the word great, because you got to beat somebody you got to do some great things. Clarissa Shields is proven a great fighter. Let's not get that twisted, man. You know what I mean? Clarissa Shields is greatness. That's greatness all day long. Hey, C. Dewberry. Hey, it was so close, man. Like I said, it could have been a draw. I had Ortiz a point ahead only because of those earlier rounds. You know what I mean? Those earlier rounds. So I had him 1 point, man. But that 111, 117 was just bullshit. It was bullshit. But I'm okay with Loma winning. I really am. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Loma winning that fight, But it really wasn't a good performance. Loma ain't this all Matrix bullshit anyway. Loma ain't. He just ain't. He's a good fighter, but he ain't this greatness. 18 fights, 2 losses. Come on, man. You know what they do. But like I said, they bend the damn rules to get who they want to out of there. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking about Jake Paul and them. When you got 2 fighters that are kind of skilled the same, it actually, listen, I watched the Jake Paul and the Anderson Silva fight, right? Wasn't the greatest fight in the world, but them two dudes went to war. Anderson Silva is 47 years old, so he had to be old to make it a decent fight, but it was a decent fight. It's better than the other bullshit we've been getting, and it actually was decent. It was decent. Better than that Bud and David fight. It's better than that. You know what I mean? Yep, it's definitely better than that. Yep. Yep, it's better than that. The Avanesian fight, man, I'm telling you, man. I'm not the that fight right there, man. I'd rather watch Jake Paul, and that's sad. Oh, T word. Hell yeah. Hey, he didn't want none of that, man. Yeah. ATL, you said it should have been a draw. Hey, I was okay if it was a draw too, to be honest. Man, it was a close fight, man. It really was. Like I said, I had Ortiz maybe a slight point ahead, only because the earlier rounds and those rounds where Loma throwing 7 punches and shit, and he's swinging and missing. So I had Ortiz just 1 point ahead. So it should have been a draw. It could have went either way with me. I'm okay with all of that. I'm okay with all that. But like T Word said, when Devin Haney got in that ring, he was like, lightweight, who's he? He's a heavyweight. And what did Devin say to him? I'll show you in the ring. Ain't that the same shit he said ain't that the same shit he said to Cambosis? He said, I'll show you in the ring. Hey, that's what he said. He said, I'll show you in the ring, man. I'll show you in the ring, man. Yeah, Loma is a great white hype, and this is how I feel about it. If you don't agree, there you go. Go to hell. If you don't agree with that, go to hell. Loma is not the greatest fight in the world, man. I don't believe in it. None of that. None of that. Yeah. But I want to see, man, I want to see some really good fight, man. Yeah. Loma did look aged, but I'll tell you what, I'm not going to really say his age as much as it could be ring rush. You know what I'm saying? While he was off at war, he might not have been sparring and doing any of that stuff, right? But it's funny how Usyk came back, didn't take a tune-up fight, and did good, right? But AJ always have a problem with smaller fighters anyway. You know what I mean? AJ always has. Listen, when he was fighting Andy Ruiz, I was like, man, that's a wrong matchup for AJ. Andy Ruiz is quick. AJ does not fight big. And then he's been taking. Listen, this is what's going on with a lot of people, and you damn sure better put your money on it when you think about it. When I'm really about to say, and y'all gonna all agree. Every time these fighters fight these light touches, it makes their how they fight come down a level. Every time they fight somebody that can fight, then they have a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why Errol said, I don't want no easy touches. And Errol was like, man, I need to be busy fighting 3 times a year, right? So when you take them easy fights, it always bites you in the ass. Look at AJ. AJ, all them damn easy ass fights. He didn't want to fight nobody real. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to fight nobody real. He didn't want to fight Wilder. He don't want to fight Fury. He don't want to fight them. You know what I'm saying? So he thought, I'm gonna go pick on the little guys, and got his ass handed to him. You know what I mean? Got it handed to him. He said Usyk had PTSD. Hey, hey, he came in there and whooped Anthony's butt, didn't he? Man, Anthony cannot fight smaller fighters, dude. He can't do it, man. Yeah, they get a false sense of security, man. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. They start thinking that, hey, I'm good. And this might happen to Bud, man. It might happen to Bud. I'm not saying it will happen to Bud, but Bud had a lot of touches, man. It wasn't so great, man. It wasn't. It wasn't, man. That Sean Porter fight, that was not Sean Porter, man. That was podcast Sean Porter, like y'all said. Yeah, that was podcast Sean Porter he fought. He didn't fight the same Sean Porter Errol Spence did when he pissed Sean Porter off, and Sean Porter was trying to prove a point. What did Earl say? Man, he fight like he's swimming. Hey, Sean didn't like that shit. He didn't like that. He came out fighting. But then Earl fought Sean in Sean's style. He fought the same style for Sean. He could have fought something different. And then plus Earl had a fat camp. Now I guarantee you, if Sean Porter had fought the Errol that fought Ugas, Sean Porter would have been down. Sean Porter would have been hurt. So, but hey, if was fish, we'd all have a dish. You know what I mean? So, you know how that go. Yeah. Yeah, but Bud, all that easy stuff, man. That David Avanesian, man. That listen, I'd rather see Jake Paul and Anderson Silva. Right. And anybody who don't like it,
go suck your mother. Go suck your mama pum pum.
If whoever don't like that, now I said it and I stand on it. I said it and I stand on it right there. I'll stand on that. That Bud fight is bull. It's another tomato can, and I'm just, man, I'm over that, man. It's a disgrace, man. It's a disgrace, man. Yep. Nah, Bud don't want that abuse, man. Bud don't want it, man. Yep. Top 5 at 135: Haney, Champ, Tank, Shakur, Loma, Ortiz. Haney, Tank, Shakur, Loma. Yeah, I think Ryan is better. I think Ryan is in there. Man. Cause Ryan, man, Ryan got some quickness. He does a lot of little rookie stuff in there, but it makes up for it because he got a little bit of power. Ryan got some power and he got some quickness too. Ryan's tall. I think Ryan beats Ortiz. I do. Love to see Ryan and Shakur be a good match. I think Shakur is way more skilled than Ryan. I think Ryan's height, being a little bit bigger might help him a little bit, but Shakur gonna beat him. Shakur will beat him. Haney will beat him. Man, I don't know. Those guys just need to mix it up. All those guys need to go at it, man. They all do. You know what I mean? Ryan is 140 going forward, but at 135, he's number 5. You think so? I know him and Tank were supposed to be fighting at what was a catch weight at 136 is what it was. Robert Pitts said, I call it false confidence. That's why he got caught against Mean Machine. Yep. To settle the fight, subpar competition. Yep. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that, man. Yeah. And it catches up to you, man. You know, you got to iron sharpens iron, man. You got to do that to do that. AAR, what's going on with you, man? He said, yeah, man, Garcia's left hook. Garcia got a mean left hook, man. He got a mean left hook. But the problem is, this is what I think, though. I don't think so. Straight up Ortiz, Ryan. This is what I think, though. Honestly, Ryan has fallen behind on everybody. And the reason why is because Ryan been pulling those antics about, oh, we're going to fight. Oh, I got this mental stuff. And I like Ryan. I think he's a really good kid. I think he's got some skills. I think he's got something there. But all this, man, building up fights and backing out, and all these lies he was telling, man, that was messed up. He said Ryan is the biggest lightweight I've ever seen. AAR said that. The thing is, Ryan, I don't know if he's bigger than Devin. I think Devin might be bigger than Ryan. I do. I think Devin might be a little bigger than Ryan, man. I do. I think so. Because, as a matter of fact, Devin is starting to spread out now, man. Devin is not going to be at 135 too much longer, man. Robert Pierce said, Bud used to turn it up when he won't and having his way. He knows Spence going to turn up right with his, yeah. Spence is going to definitely turn up with him. But listen, nah. Let me correct you on that, Robert. Spence ain't going to turn up with him. When the bell rings, Spence is going to already be turned up. Spence going to bring it to him off the rip. See, Bud is a slow starter wanting to figure people out, and Spence ain't going to give him the time to figure him out. Spence going to go jump on that cat. Like, as soon as the bell ring, Spence is going straight for Bud, and he's landing them shots. And he's going to start chopping away at that tree. See, that's Spence thing. I'm coming in while you figuring it out. I'm going to your body. I'm gonna start chopping this tree down. And after so long, man, it starts taking its toll. You're not gonna keep letting Spence just keep chopping at you. And the problem is Spence doesn't get tired. He just keeps on hitting. That's what Bud gotta worry about, man. What about Isaac Cruz? Isaac Cruz is all right, man. But Isaac is okay. He got a little bit of power, but I don't think he beats none of them guys. I don't think he beats Ryan. I don't think he won't beat Tank. He didn't beat him. He definitely wouldn't beat Tank with 2 hands. He doesn't beat Haney. He damn sure doesn't beat Secure. He don't beat none of them. He don't beat none of them. I don't think he beats Loma either. I don't think he beats none of them guys. I think he's a really good fighter. I'd love to see him and Rolly fight. I'd love to see that. Yeah. Said Haney gonna end up at 147. Oh, yeah, definitely. Haney's gonna be up there. But I just hope the guy, he gets some power in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Robert said, I agree. Spence going to be right on him. I'm saying Spence ain't going to fold and going to keep coming behind an educated jab. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Listen, Spence getting ready to come with it. He's getting ready to come with it. And what did Derrick James said, man? All that switching and stuff is bull. All that switching stuff is bull, man. It's bull. He ain't worried about that. He said, that's dumb shit. That's what he said. Yeah. Oh, you think that Isaac Cruz beats Pitbull Cruz beats Ryan? You think so? I don't think he beats Ryan. Because listen, Ryan got a hell of a jab, man. And that jab is gonna keep him at bay. And then Ryan got some other punches right along with it. Ryan is quick and he fights tall. Ryan will fight tall. And I just don't think Isaac can handle that. I don't think he's gonna make it past that jab, man. I really don't. Because, man, let me tell you something. Tank had one hand and outboxed that dude. You know what I'm saying? And Ryan gonna have two hands. I don't think Ryan has exactly much of skills as Tank, because Tank has some skills, man. Yeah. Tank has some skills, man. Yep, Marvin Banks. Hey, yep, he don't want that fight. But you know what, though? Everybody on his ass right now. We all been on his ass. Everybody's been on it. And he's gonna have to address that. And you know what's funny? All them big time people ain't saying too much of nothing. They all feel like they all feel like that. Oh, ATL, you think Pitbull beats Ryan? You think so? My money's on Ryan on that one. My money on Ryan on that one, bro. Ryan got a hell of a jab, man. Got a good jab. He fights tall. Only problem is Ryan keeps that chin in the air. But Pitbull is kind of short. So it's gonna be hard for Pitbull to capitalize on that. Now Shakur will. Shakur capitalize on that. Tank can, but I don't think Pitbull can. Pitbull's got some power, but I don't think he's got to have some more skills to go with it. And Tank just outclassed him with one hand. Yep. Man, all the legends quiet now because they don't want to call Bud out on his bullshit. That's what it is. Yeah, said that Pro Box show ain't said shit, but Tarver was talking. Yeah. Hey, but man, Errol stands on it. He stands on that square, don't he? What'd he say? I can't, if you didn't fail the drug test, then don't talk to me. Yeah, I ain't listening to nobody. Hey, Errol puts them fools in their place, don't he? I like that. But for whatever reason, man, they all got something against Errol. That's what it seems like to me, man. They have none of them dudes, them older dudes, have said anything good about Errol. And I'm like, man, y'all old cats, man. You would think boxers, them good boxers, would be calling these fights out. A lot of times, them old boxers be wrong on shit. You know what I think? I think a lot of them don't even watch fights. I think a lot of them don't see them young kids fighting no more, man. And he don't say that. Yeah, that's right. Stand on it, man down. Hey, that's it. We're gonna get some of them shirts say stand on it. Yeah, you're gonna stand on your square, bro. Gonna stand on that. But yeah, man, I think them old cats. I think the whole thing with them old cats, man. I don't know if it's jealousy involved, but that shit that Sugar Ray Leonard said. Oh, they said, why'd you pick Mikey against Errol? Because he's Mikey. What kind of statement is that? You know what I mean? You supposed to be Sugar Ray Leonard supposed to be. I mean, not supposed to be. He's a legend, man. He knows boxing. But then you say that, and Mikey got embarrassed. So it lets me know them dudes ain't watching. Roy ain't watching. They just throwing shit out there. Now, all them old cats trying to hurry him get a podcast because they career over with, man. And none of them talking about shit, man. I tune into them, man. They get a lot of numbers, and the shit always coming up on my YouTube feed because, you know, they well known and stuff. But half them cats ain't really saying nothing. They about like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was one of the best ball players ever, but he wasn't a good GM at all. He wasn't a good GM at all. Oh, okay. I don't know who that is. Hey, AAR, I don't know who that is. ATL said, new shirt, stand on it. Man down. Yeah, stand on it. We have to get some shirts say stand on it. Because that's what these fools got to do, man. Everybody got to stand on it. And if it's something you ain't right about, hey, just say, hey, be man enough to admit, hey, I'm wrong. But that we gotta stand on it, man. Everybody standing on that shit, man. Yeah, man. But I like I was saying though, but I like to see them go home and do a tournament and all that. And back to Keith Thurman, man. I want to see it. Hopefully, you guys are right about Keith Thurman, man. I hope that I got my fingers crossed. I'd rather see Keith Thurman than Stanionis. Really, to be honest, I would. But Stanionis is that mandatory, man. He's gonna be out there. I like to see it, man. I like to see it, man. I like to see that, man. I really would. I want to see that. That's gonna be a good fight. Keith Thurman be a good fight. Stanionis would be a good fight too, but I want to go ahead and let Spence go knock that out and be ready for Bud, but it don't matter. I just really, man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I'm still salty. I'm bitter with Thurman, man. I want him to have to fight Boots, man. Yeah, Chris Tucker. Yeah. Hey, I think he should have to fight, man. Yeah, Marvin Banks, yeah, man. Hey, but what they say, Terrence Crawford is, man, he just ain't good at promoting, man. He wants the same amount of money, but he doesn't promote himself, man. Yeah. It says Spence the truth. Dude getting ready to agree with Showtime money. Boots. Yeah. Hey, he could be fighting Boots. Could be. But he just said, hey, I'm gonna circle the block and come on around, man. I think it's gonna be Stanionis. Me personally. I heard it could still be Bud because Bud's stuff falling apart. And the only reason why I doubt the Keith Thurman thing is because Spence said he wanted to drop that belt. But but they said tonight that he might be fighting, what's the name? He might be fighting Keith Thurman. Said everybody saying it's a done deal. That's what they saying. I don't know. T Word said that that WBC ordered it. I heard that they were saying they might order it, but I haven't seen that they officially ordered it. I know they was talking about it, and I know that they wanted to get in, they want to do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Bud a diva, man. Bud is a serious diva, bruh. Yeah, man. And what's funny is, man, the whole camp ain't nobody's being held accountable, man. They think that shit is funny. I mean, why would Bernie the Boxer think that's funny? Oh, we left Spence in the dust. I mean, come on, man. You bragging about that? You bragging about that? You happy? You happy about that? Man, that's how I feel about it. And I stand on that. Them dudes can go to hell with that silliness, man. They really care. But I want to see that fight. I do. I want to see Spence and Bud. I really do. I wish what they were saying was right. Hell, I'll take Keith Thurman in that. I just want to see some good fight, man. We got what? December. We got November and December. Now, I'm not watching the Bud fight. I'm not. I'm letting that go and flop out there. I'm letting that flop on out there. My man. But all them other fights, I'm catching all of them. Hell, if Jake Paul and them decide to fight on what's name, but it's a fight going on. I'm gonna watch what's name them on. I'm watching Top Rank that night. I'm supporting Top Rank, watching that. Yeah, the walls are closing in on Crawford. The walls have already closed in on Crawford. They already have. The walls been closed in on Crawford. Crawford just, they lying and doing all this other silliness and with their feelings and stuff on their shoulder, all emotional and stuff, man. And that's just all stupid stuff, man. But the wall's closing in on everybody, man, because right now the fans are upset with that. The network's upset with not making money. And so now, you know what the network's going to do? The fighters that showing that they really want to make the good fights, them the ones they're going to start pushing. People like Spence, they're going to push him. They're going to push Boots. You know what I mean? Keith Thurman saying he wants some of the hard fights, but he's sitting back hoping somebody send him a contract when he should be talking to Al Heyman, talking about send them a contract. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that's how it goes down. They said Bud's situation falling apart. I thought his opponent got paid, though. Yeah, they said that his opponent got paid, and they said Bud got a big percentage of his money, is what they said. They said Bud got a big percentage of his money, man. That's what they said. So I don't know. Man. All I know is Bud still ain't put that shit up on his stuff yet. And if he hadn't put up on her, man, that's just sad, man. And that's just one more reason why BLK ain't gonna make it. Because you hiring fighters that's just there to get their pay, they get their check. You know what I mean? Where's it gonna go from that? Where's it gonna go from that, man? Where's it gonna go from that, man? You know what I mean? Where's it gonna go? I mean, you can't keep that up. You just can't keep that up. T Word said it's a lot of good super early fights tomorrow morning. All right, who's fighting tomorrow morning? I haven't seen that. Greg Abernathy, not mad at Thurman versus Spence. Nah, bruh, I am not mad at that either. Listen, I'm all for it. Listen, man, I'm all for that fight. Now, I do have a problem with, I'm still a little upset, a little bit in my feelings upset with Keith Thurman. I'll put that out there, man. Because when he got his elbow fixed, he should have been getting his hand fixed, and he should have been holding up the sport. He should have relinquished those belts or got his hand and stuff fixed, and he should have been fighting Spence. Because if you feel good enough to fight Pacquiao, you should have felt good enough to fight Spence. So I think that's kind of messed up. So I'm still in my feelings on that, and I think that they should have made sure that he fought Boots to get back in the fold. I just want him to go through hell to get back in the fold because he held stuff up. I don't want to see him keep running through there fighting Mario Barrios and people like that. I gave him one light touch. Keith Thurman's next fight should be something difficult this year. Yep. T-Word said it's the top ranked card in Japan for undisputed in the lighter weights. Oh, okay. Is that Monster Inoue fighting? Is that him fighting? I'm at the hold on. Man, that girl fine in the mug, ain't she? Alicia Bumgarner fine, dog. She fine in the mug, man. Hey, she fine in the mug. Yeah, I'll look it up real quick. I'll check it out. Yeah, what hey T-Word, is that Monster Inoue fighting? Is that who that is? Yeah. I want to find out if that is. Omaha Arena is reserved for December the 10th. Seats is 18,000. No press conference and no interviews yet. It's sad, man. It's sad. Bud just feel like I'm going to show up. Man, he needs to go hire some people to handle his business. Right. Yeah. ATL said it's Boots mostly, though. Yeah. And Greg, I agree, but Spence is the bigger man, and now Spence is going to take all his frustration out on Thurman. Man, listen, I want them to beat Keith. Hey, listen, Keith Thurman can fight, though. He can fight, but Spence is the wrong person for Keith to fight because Spence is going to take it to the body. But Keith ain't going to stand there and bang with him. Keith is going, what did Sean Porter say? Keith Thurman likes to get ahead in the earlier rounds, jabs, make some points, and to get ahead on a few of them scorecards. It's like, catch me if you can. He going to run the rest of the fight. So Keith will run the whole damn fight to get away. He will. Keith will run. Keith ain't back. Keith is going to run and box and do all that. Errol is going to have a hard time running Keith down, catching Keith to the body. Because Keith already feels, hey, I'm just going to outpoint him real quick. You know what I mean? And Errol and they're trying to destroy somebody. So that could make an interesting fight. You know what I'm saying? But I would wish Thurman would fight Boots. That's who I would really love to see. I want to see, that's the matchup to me. Thurman and Boots. It'll show what Boots got, and it'll show what Thurman's got left in the tank. That's a good fight. That is a damn good fight, man. T-Word said it's not Monster. Okay, but it's a good one. It's undisputed. I have to go on there and check that out. Find out what time. I'm gonna have to go on there and check my stuff out tonight. What I think about Spence fighting Charlo? Man, we talked about that the other night. Contact Digest podcast. We talked about the other night, man. I don't want to listen. If Spence fights Jermell Charlo, they both got the same coach, right? And a coach and a fighter is a team. So, like, what the coach does, he tells them to make adjustments, right? So, like how Tank was fighting Mario Barrios, and Floyd was outside the ring, was like, hey, you behind on the scorecards, he made adjustments and went in, right? Just like how they told Bud, you behind on the scorecards, he made adjustments, he stopped Porter. So it comes as a team. When Spence was fighting Ugas, he coached Spence along, told Spence what to do and all this, so Spence did it. So you got two good fighters like Castano and Jermell. They was fight. Derek James gave him some pointers. He made adjustments. He fought. He did what he had to do, right? Banged on the inside, kept himself off the ropes, right? So your coach plays an intricate part in you winning and all that. When you listen to the coach, you got a good coach. So you got two fighters with one coach. Derek can't be in there. Who's he gonna help? Spence? Then Spence got the advantage. If he helps Charlo got the advantage. He was Spence trainer first. Charlo asked Spence, you mind if I go train with Derek James? Spence was like, cool. The only way that's going to fight, the only way that would go is if they paid them millions of dollars and let them have a sparring match. That's all it can be. Derek's got to be out of there. And then you're not getting a true fighter. You're not getting a true fighter because the true fighter has his coach there that helps him make adjustments. And then that's when the fighter makes those adjustments. Hell, Floyd even had to do it. Floyd's arguably one of the greatest fighters out there, right? He was in there fighting Shane Mosley, banging with Shane Mosley, went back to his corner, and his corner said, hey, stop banging with this guy, go box this dude, and you're going to beat him easily. Stop that. Stop it. Floyd went in there, stopped banging with him, and just ran through him. Shane Mosley, he ran through him. So that's why I say I don't want to see them two fight. But I mean, in a serious match, if they're gonna just let them go without a trainer, then so be it. Let that happen. You know what I mean? Marvin Banks says Sprint's work rate is way too high. He cuts off the ring and he's a southpaw. Spence stops Thurman in 8. Hey, if he gets to that body, it ain't gonna go too long. But trust me, Thurman is gonna run from them body shots. It's gonna be a track meet. It's gonna be a track meet the whole night. Yeah. Marvin said he don't think Derrick James is gonna let that happen. I don't think he's gonna let that happen either, man. I don't. But if hey, listen, I'm all for it if they fight like a sparring match. Like I said, they go in there and just whatever them two dudes can figure out and let them make adjustments. But are we really getting the best of the fighter? Because your coach helps brings the best out in you. So there you have it. All right. ATL said, I think he gonna fight Stanionis or Thurman. Oh, yeah. He gonna fight one of them. I think he's gonna fight one of them. Now they saying that the WBC ordered it. I don't know. T-Word said that they went ahead and ordered it. I haven't seen them that they ordered it. I know they was talking about ordering it, but I'm still thinking Stanionis is gonna be in the play because of that old stuff. I mean, that's what I think. But hey, we're gonna find out real soon because Spence gonna make the announcement real soon. So I don't know, man. I got my fingers crossed that it's. I mean, listen. If it's Thurman, Boots, or Stanionis, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with any three of those fights, and then hopefully they get Bud gets his panties out of a wad and come on back and fight, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. He said I don't think it should happen either. Yeah. But I'm all for it, man. I just want to see some good fight, man. I want to see who Boots is gonna fight next. Boots said, but you know something was funny? They said Boots had something in the pipeline right before all this broke out about Bud that they was trying to see what Spence then was gonna do, but they had something they was gonna come out with. But then all of a sudden, now they petitioned the IBF. So whatever fight he was working on, where's that fight? What fight was Keith working on? Because Keith was like, hey, I'll step in. So all these dudes waiting around for some reason. So what was plan B for all of them, right? If they was hoping Spence, if it fell through, they would be there to pick up the pieces. But what was going to be their next option? Oh, you think C. Dewberry? You think Boots ain't gonna fight Stanionis? Nah, Stanionis ain't gonna go against Boots. Nah, not on this. He won't. I doubt it. I doubt that. Now I think Stanionis probably would have fought Boots if Spence and Bud fought. That way they could be in line for that. But now it's not that. I think people going. I think it's gonna be a different. It's gonna be a different ball game now, man. You know, I heard them say Bud said that, but I haven't seen it. Bud said he will never fight Errol. I don't think he said that. I really don't think he said that. And if he did say that, man, we'll find out. I don't think Bud would say that. You know, maybe he did. Or maybe it was from a long time ago. Was it an older video when he was saying that he might be past that and he's done with it? Was it from that time frame and they just playing it now? Clean cut. What's going on, man? Keith will bang with EJ the first 3 rounds and try to catch EJ with a few hard shots early to get his respect, and then he'll be on that bite. AJ gonna body snatch him, throw for the win. Yep, I agree. Hey, listen, man. That's what Sean Porter said. Keith Thurman always does that, man. Adrian, what's going on, man? Man, I don't know if the rumor's true. T-Word said that they definitely ordered the fight. I heard WBC said that they was going to order it, but I didn't see them order it. But if they do, will they jump in front of the IBF? Now they saying that they will. WBC is going to use their pool to go ahead and get that fight in the making with Keith Thurman. It'll be a big fight. It will be a big money maker fight without Bud. I'm okay with it. Now, I did say this earlier, and I stand on it. I stand on what I said. I said it, I stand on it. I'm still in my feelings about Keith Thurman, and I think he should have to go through that monster called Boots to be able to fight Spence or Bud. Hey, but if he does go fight it, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch that, bro. That'll make me very happy. Said, you think Ugas too cooked to fight Boots? Man, I don't know. I would like to see, really, to be honest, I hate to do Ugas like that, but I like to see Ugas fight somebody else before he fights Boots, just to see what he might have lost through that Errol fight. Will he still keep coming forward? How will his face hold up? How will he feel one fight before he fights Boots? I would like to see that one fight. I need to see what he can do. I do. I really do. Because I don't know if Spence took a lot out of that dude, man. That dude took a hell of a punishment, man. Matter of fact, they let that fight go on 2 rounds longer than what it should have, man. They should have stopped it. When his face swole up like that and he was hit like that, they should have went ahead and stopped it, man. They shouldn't have just kept on letting that go, man. I mean, his orbital bone was broke. He kept wanting to fight, man. That takes a lot out of a fighter. But one good thing about it is they made him rest a while. He's been resting since April, but is he really ready to get in there and bang again? I want to see it, man. T-Word said Mauricio hadn't officially ordered it, but the WBC has decided they will. Oh, okay. See, that's where I thought they were too. You know, and if they haven't ordered it yet, that means, you know, from what Spence said, I'm just taking Spence's word on that. He does not want to fight Thurman. Hope he changes mind. You know, I was hoping, like I said, Thurman would have to get past Boots, and then Spence would have to, you know, really push for that fight. So, you know, I don't know. It said everything boxing has the auto guild. Check his page. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know who that is, but yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I always do that research. But the problem is the timestamp with it, because Bud said it. Did he say it before the Ugas fight or after the Ugas fight? Did he say it after this? When was it there? I mean, I like to see it and find out and keep it in text, you know? Hate to put something else on Bud that shouldn't be on Bud. You know what I mean? Even though Bud's a duck, I at least want to see what's up. Agent said Ugas is a soldier. All he knows is come forward. Yep. That's all he knows. But we got to see what's been taken out of him, though. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, man, something could be out of him. Same thing we think about that Wilder situation, you know? When you take them good shots like that, you got to see how it happens, you know? Because he took a beating, man. It's better just get a flash knockout than to get your orbital bone broke and still getting beat on. I heard his rib was broke too. Man, Spence might have took a lot out of that dude. But so, like I said, I'd like to see Ugas fight one more fight, see if he still got it, see how he handles that fight, and then go to somebody like Boots. And in that way, Boots will get his credit too. Because if he goes in there and Boots destroy him first 2 or 3 rounds, they're going to say he had a lot taken out of him for the Spence fight. But if Ugas goes fight somebody like Ortiz, that's who he should fight. I like to see Ugas fight Ortiz. Ortiz got some power, but Ortiz he's not as skillful as some of the other fighters. You know what I mean? He's not as skillful as the other fighters. Ortiz is a good fighter, but like I said, he's not as skillful. So I like to see Ugas with that. And then that'll give Boots credit, you know. So Ugas trainer says big money fights only, not enough money on the table for Boots Ennis. Yeah, I don't know, AAR. The reason why I say that, because you got Showtime behind Boots. And Showtime's gonna cash out a little bit of money because they're gonna need that. And you gotta think, Showtime's got a little money left over this year. They got a little money left over because hell, they went the whole year without making it. They ain't hardly announced no fights. Nobody's fighting. You ain't hearing nobody. First quarter of the year, they were fighting. Now it's kind of like, you know, what's going on? You know, Charlo fought twice. You know what I mean? Jamel Charlo fought twice, but Errol Spence fought once, was supposed to fight twice. You know, all these dudes only done fought once this year. So we gotta see what's going on with that. I think it's enough money there to make that fight happen, to be honest. What you said is gonna make me mad. What's gonna make me mad? What's gonna make me mad? What's gonna make me mad? I want to see what you're talking about. Let me go back. Let me go back and see what you say. Hold on. Oh, it's gonna make me mad about that Bud situation. Okay, I got you. It's about that Bud situation. About Bud saying he'll never fight Spence. Well, but you got to think too, ATL. You remember Bud put up the other day, what he say? He said, I'm gonna fight David. And he said, when I get through when I get through fighting David, I'm going back to go whoop Spence ass. Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know how true that is, but that's what he said. Now he did say that. He did say that. Adrian said off topic. Let's go Philly and the Eagles. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll check that audio out, but I will. I'll check it out. I'll go check it out. Polynesian. Avanesian, man. Polynesian. And he's sweet like the sauce, huh? That Polynesian sauce, huh? Yeah. Yeah, T-Word. He says Showtime made it to June with activity, but Spence, Bud, and Jake Paul held up the budgets. And yeah, man, it was just all messed up, man. It was all messed up, man. It was all messed up, man. After that, after Bud did what he did, man, I think they all was banking on that. And they wanted to make sure that they had enough money to go in with Spence and Bud, and the other fighters was going to be like second class. You know what I mean? They was treating them like second class citizens, man. And they was going to put most of their money, push it. And then I think what they were hoping, this is what I think Showtime was hoping, though, to be honest. We would get Bud. Remember they were saying in October, they were shooting for October at first, right? Then they said, okay, we'll shoot for October. Then they start shooting for November. I think what they was wanting to do was let Spence and Bud fight. That was going to generate a whole lot of money. Use that money as soon as that come in for the other fights. But I already have them already in there. Once they had a good deal, a done deal, they let them fight, use that money for the other fights because it funds the other fights too. And they want to keep that because they only get so much in their budget anyway. So that's how they were going to do it. And when Bud and them just kept drawing it out, that was the most important fight. Because you didn't want to put somebody else up in front and then give them that date when Spence and Crawford needed the very best date. And they said they were going to take them on like on a 5-city tour or something like that. That's what they was wanting. So, you know, that's how that was. What wasn't on his C. Dewberry? What wasn't on there? He said we didn't hear Bud say that it wasn't on his Twitter or IG. What wasn't all about him never gonna fight that? Never gonna fight Spence, or that when he gets through, he's gonna whoop Spence ass after that. Yeah. Because well, you know what, man, to be honest, we really ain't heard Bud say nothing, man. Because Bud ain't said nothing. Now he sent stuff through Bernie the Boxer and Blue, supposedly, but we found out that was a whole crock of bull. Man, that was a whole crock of bull. So you're right. We ain't really heard Bud say too much. Bud been doing everything else. But why is Bud so damn quiet on that David Avanesian fight? Why is that? Doesn't make sense. Hold on. I won't miss this. Oh, let me go back. All right. Trainer said Thurman, Crawford, or Stanios's trainer said Ugas is up in age. Super fights, big names, and purses, no tune-ups. Okay. Well, that's cool. Well, I guess he's trying to cash out. I guess he's going to try to go out the blaze of glory. That's cool. Said contact Dodger said, forgive me for not knowing your stance fully on the Spence and Crawford situation, but did you officially classify it as a duck on Crawford's point? Hell yeah, it was a duck on Crawford's point. That dude ducked his ass off. He ran. That dude ducked and ran. And I stand on that. I stand on that for real. I stand on that. And the reason why I say I stand on that, man, because when Bud said that PBC was being difficult, right? And they didn't want to offer money, no guaranteed money. He wanted to see the books. Then he sent word through Bernie the Boxer. He sent word. And I trust what Bernie says, that he's the mouthpiece for Crawford. He said he agreed to all terms. They said he signed the contract, but you know, it's the term sheet. So he agreed to all terms, right? After he agreed to terms, that means it's a done deal. It's a done deal. It's no more to talk about. Then after that, you take the David Avanesian fight. Thomas, they already knew that I was waiting on this. If they already knew, all you had to say was, look, man, it's taking too long. I'm going to go take me a fight. And Spence could have knew that. And Spence could have took him a fight November the 19th. Bud held that shit long enough, and they was doing shit behind closed doors because he was using it as a leverage point, and he took that and ran. He took it and ran. BLK gave him some money down to sign it in and stop it. Just gave him a certain percentage down. They said they paid David Avanesian. They paid that. And they was hustling it. They was hustling the whole time. So hell yeah. Bud ducked. Okay, he said the video proves everything. Okay. The video proves everything. I promise, listen to it. Yeah, I'll go listen to it. I'll definitely go listen to it, man. When I get through with this, I'll go back and look at here and find out where you said it was again. And I'll go check it out. I'll definitely go check that out. Yeah, this feels like a shell game at welterweight. Hey, that's what I was saying earlier, T. That's what I was saying earlier, man. Because it's funny, Bud hasn't said anything on his stuff. Nothing. I'm hearing the fight falling apart. Bud ain't saying nothing about it. Don't know if it is or not. Don't know how true it is or not, right? Then Spence said he got this announcement coming up. Said he definitely didn't want to fight Keith Thurman, but then now they said he's fighting Keith Thurman. So right now, I mean, it's like a lot of stuff going on, and everybody is saying little stuff. You don't hear nothing from Keith Thurman. It's just things are wild right now, man. It's wild. Like you said, I agree with you. It's a shell game going on. It's a shell game going on, man. That's exactly what it is. It's a damn shell game going on. And I wish they stopped. At the end of the day, you know, it was all fun and games at first. Then it just became boring. Now it's just dang right stupid, man. I think we all are fed up with that. We all fed up with these games, man. If they don't went too far with that shit. They don't went too far with it, man. It's done got old, man. I'm tired of it. Me, myself, I'm tired of that, man. I'm tired of the games, man. All they got to do right now is just come out and say what they going to do, who going to fight who, and be done with it. That's my point. That is my point. That's my point, straight up. I want to see some good fight, man. Man, you know, normally they come out with a schedule. Y'all remember that time where PBC took all the fighters and lined them up on that panel, and they all was sitting on stage, had all the fighters there, and everybody saying who they go. Why don't they bring that back? Have all the fighters up there, set all that stuff, man, and have these fights going. And you know what? That was a damn good year in boxing, man. They had everybody out there. Mikey, I think it was when Mikey was going to fight Spence. Keith Thurman was fighting. I forgot who Keith Thurman was fighting at the time. Keith Thurman, was he fighting Josecito Lopez? Keith Thurman was fighting Sean Porter, was up on that stage. Or was that Sean and was it Sean? I can't remember who it was. I'm gonna go look that back up. Everybody was up on that panel, man. That was a really good one, man. Yeah, he said, I like the idea you had earlier of them having a tournament. It worked for Ward. Yeah, it did. It did. But you know what, man? These fighters right here, man, they're all about that money. And they could do what's a tournament and just really not even call it a tournament. They can order eliminators. Keith Thurman, Boots fight. The winner of that fights the winner of Crawford, Spence. But when you got fighters that don't want to, they got their damn ego in the way, like Crawford did, it's messed up, man. Crawford's ego was in the way, man. Crawford's ego was in the way. That messed everything up. The whole Crawford thing threw everything off, man. That whole thing that they did threw everything off. That's where we are right now. Everything is all screwed up right now, man. Everything is. And the only way to get back out of that is make some fights. I'm hoping they make some fights real soon, man. That's what I'm hoping. Hopefully, I know Spence said he's going to say who he's fighting. Then we're going to see that. 2023 is going to be lit, Adrian. Hey, I think so too. Because I think what's going to happen is, man, that's what I was saying earlier. I think the PBC Showtime going to get behind the fighters that's willing to put in the work and fight. The ones that's not putting them on the line and trying to take these easy fights. Because right now, everybody dig themselves out of the hole, it's going to have to be some hard fights. It's going to have to be some money-making fights to make up for this. They're going to have to make some lit fights. Hey, Adrian, you remember when I was saying about that panel? That time PBC did that panel, they had all the boxers lined up on there, had all of them on there, had everybody up on that panel. And that was that time when Spence looked at Keith and he was like, and Keith Thurman, he's like, man, Keith tried to go over there and talk to Spence, and Spence was like, hey, man, hey, that dude stands on his square though, don't he? Yeah, he said, oh, yeah, boxing was getting back on until the Crawford situation. Yeah, and the problem is everybody had to wait off Crawford. They had to wait off of that because everything was banking on Crawford. They weren't going to set a date and then say, okay, we got this fight. Crawford and Spence was the most important fight, and they wanted to have time to be able to announce it and go from city to city to promote it. They needed promotion time. They needed a lot of promotion time for that fight. And the problem is Spence Spence waited around. They had all their eggs in one basket for him, man. They had their eggs in one basket for that cat, man. And that cat messed everybody up, man. That dude, yeah. Looked at him like he was a nut, didn't he? Didn't he? Spence looked at that dude like he was a fool. And I like that, man. Spence keep it real, bro. Spence keeps that real. He keeps it real. Spence stands on his square, and I like that. I like that for real. T-Word said, PBC has enough 140, 147, 154, and 165 to stay active in 23. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And you know what? I think right now they're going to have to come on with it. They're going to have to come on with it. They got too much time invested. They didn't make a lot of money this year, man. I see major upsets coming. Oh, I see it too. Oh, I see major upsets coming. And it's going to come from all these fools taking all these light touches. And now they're going to have to fight it out because now they're going to have to get some. Listen, Showtime signed with Boots. So Showtime is going to make some fights with Boots. He's going to be the next star when the other guys fade out. He's going to be the next guy. And so right now he's what? He's getting up in age. He's what, 20, 25, 26? Is that what he is? 25, 26? 26, 27, 26, 27, something like that. Yeah, Boots right there at his prime, man. So they got to start pushing that cat, man. Because they want to ride that dude and get a couple good years out of him, man. Let him make some fights. He's got the talent. He definitely meets the eye test. He passed the eye test. What upsets we see coming? I don't know until I figure out who fighting who. Because Boots going to upset somebody. Boots is going to upset. Boots going to hurt somebody, man. If he fights Keith Thurman, he's winning that. Oh, Boots is 24? Okay. Yeah. Okay. What is he? 24, 25? I thought he was 25. I thought he was a little bit, because Devin 24. I thought Boots older than Devin. Because Devin was the youngest. So is Devin, Shakur, Ennis, Tank. Is that the way it goes? Is that the way it goes? Is that how it goes? Could be right. Let me see where we at on this thing, man. Right here. Here we go. No, I just looked it up right here. It'd be easier for me to look it up right here on this one. So he's 25. Boots is 25 now. Okay. So Boots 25. I knew he's somewhere in there. So Boots 25. Tank is what, 27? And I think Shakur is around that age too, right? Tank is 27. I was right about that. And Shakur Stevenson. Shakur is 25. He's 25. And he turned 25 in June. So yeah. So Shakur and Jerron is the same age. They turn around the same time. And Devin is 24. So Devin's a year behind him. Okay, cool. And Spence, what, 32? I think Spence is 32 years old. So yeah. So that's good. He's 25. So that works out. That's great. Great. Yeah, Shakur Stevenson is 25. He turned 25 in June. So him and Boots the same age. And Tank turns 28 next week. Okay, cool. So all these cats right now, that's the new generation. They need to be out there banging it out. You know what I mean? Spence is like right there where he's at his prime. You know what I mean? Like I said, they're going to be going out. So they're going to start moving that and going to let Spence rule what little bit it is and going out. So Mel, Maul, they both 32, right? Spence 32. So that's that whole class right there. So the new younger guys will be the 25s and 27. So there you go. And Bud 35. So Bud, well, yeah, Bud is 10 years older than Jerron. So they don't have enough time. So Bud messing up that fight. Bud only got about 2 more years before he might start hitting that decline. He might start declining. We don't know. But Bud takes really good care of himself. So that's one good thing that happens to Bud. Bud ain't in there fighting a whole bunch of wars every week. So that might help. So he might get away with 36, 37. So he might got about 2 more good years in him. He might. That's what Bud should have done. Bud should have went ahead and fought Spence now. Fought Spence again. If he beat Spence twice, fought Boots, or moved up and fought Jamal, then after that, then he should have went and fought David and fought all them other guys on his way out the door. Because his career would have been, he would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? He'd have been first ballot Hall of Famer right there. You beat Spence twice in a row and then go up there and get that. You first ballot Hall of Famer. It's no more all that other stuff we done talked about, Bud fighting tomato cans. That stuff is out the door. It's out the door. But when you consistently keep fighting tomato cans, man, hey. So all PBC fighters not active. Coach Malachi says funds are low. That's holding up the fights. Upfront cash money. I don't know if that's what it is because, you know, Showtime, they got Showtime and they got Fox, right? And they could use either one and they got the money. But the problem is, you know, you got to put it in order. Which fights are your best fights? Those are the ones that's got to be up front. Those are the ones you got to take care of front. You know, like if you got Canelo, you want to go ahead and get Canelo out the way before you start putting on them other fights. You want the machine to be behind the top dog first. So that comes first. The machine comes first. Say athletic guys don't last long as get hits these days. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Bud does pretty good. He ain't took a whole lot of punishment, so that helps. Yeah. Yep. Do I think Bud is gonna duck Boots too? He already ducked Boots. Now I ain't gonna say he didn't duck Boots. He ducked Spence, but Bud avoided Boots. When he took on that David Avanesian fight, he could have went to Boots. Because Boots is ranked in the IBF. Boots is like number 2 in the IBF, ain't he? It's Ortiz, Boots, and then it's vacant. Hold on, I tell you. Hold on. I tell you. Hold on. Let me get this right. We'll have to wait. Terrence Crawford, WBO, Virgil Ortiz, Ennis, and Keith Thurman. He could have fought any 3 of them guys, but he chose not to. So if he didn't want to fight Spence, he could have went to them. Oh, you can call in anytime you want, man. Call on in, man. Yeah, you call in. The phone line's open. Yeah, we listen to it. You got it. Come on with it. He ducked Ortiz. Hey, you can call it a duck because Ortiz is the mandatory. You could say that. But he definitely ducked Spence, and he avoided them other fighters. So. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Steven Espinosa still wants to make that fight. Spence wants to make that fight, too. Spence said, I'm going to go around the block and come on back around. So Spence definitely wants to make that fight. Definitely. Spence is not done. Yeah, Spence ain't done with that, man. Spence is not done. So you still got people wanting to make the fight. So hopefully they'll get it. I don't think Spence wants to walk away from a chance at being undisputed. Because if you go to 154, you know, you still got to go back through Jamel gets rid of them and walks off, then it's a problem, you know? Yep. Said Fox just did Wilder's pay-per-view and will do Wilder Ruiz. Yep. So you got Fox in there too. So listen, the money is there. The money is definitely there. But the thing about it is you gotta be realistic and want the fights. You know what I mean? Nobody else is complaining about WBC. Complaining about PBC not paying their fighters. Nobody's complaining about that. Hell, Adrian Broner mad because he can't get as many of them as he wants. Adrian Broner wants more fights. Everybody wants more fights. Keith Thurman said he wants to stay active. He wants another fight too. But Keith Thurman's sitting around like he got a damn belt. You know? Keith Thurman, you don't have a belt, man. You don't. Say he's showing signs of slowing down. He has no choice but to fight half of tomato cans. Yep. If he is slowing down. But we got to see Bud in there with somebody, man. That Sean Porter, hell, Sean Porter was ahead on the fight. And Sean Porter wasn't giving it his all. But then Bud hit a second gear. I will give it to Bud. When they told Bud he was behind, he said, I'm behind. He started really hitting and start really coming with it. And then they threw in the towel. So Sean Porter laid down, man. Sean Porter laid down. Said word is Bud wants $15 to $20 million for that belt and rematch clause. Man, I don't know, man. Oh, dude, I agree. the problem that is so AAR, you and Adrian really saying the same thing. I mean, basically, y'all not saying something, but you are. Like you said, he wants $15 to $20 million, right? Which is a far cry. But then, like Adrian said, he don't put butts in seats. He does not promote. Look at him right now. He won't even share the fight on his stuff. I'm saying it's something going on about that. Like T-Word said a little bit earlier. It's a damn shell game going on. That's what's going on. It's a shell game, man. Yeah. TGB does most of PVC promotion, and he's going broke. Oh, okay. TGB is. Said AAR, that's asking a lot for guaranteed money for one belt. Yeah, it's a whole lot. Man, I don't know. You know, man, I can't say what came out. I'm hearing that Spence, they offered him some money. Somebody said that they did offer him 15. Man, I'm hearing so much stuff, man, but it's just, I tell you what they doing, man. This is what it seems like the powers that be are doing. They putting the shit out there so we all hear stuff, run with it, because, you know, it's all we got. We like talking about boxing. So it's like they putting out some real information and they putting out a lot of misinformation to keep us talking. I don't give a damn, because you know why? We're going to talk about it anyway. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it. They're going to eventually have to make the fights, and they need us talking about something, because guess what? All of us on YouTube and all of us around on these message blogs talking and we keeping it going without them. You know what I mean? We keeping it going. It's us arguing. It's us debating. It's us going back and forth. It's us, the anger, the jokes and stuff that we doing. It's what's keeping boxing alive. It ain't they asses, because them boxers doing a shit poor job of it. And these promoters are doing a piss poor job of it too. They all are. They're not making the damn fights. And yeah, you're right. All Bud got is one damn belt. What is that going to do? You got one belt. Talking about what you did back in 1962. Man, you know what I used to, man, nobody don't care about that, man. What you done in the welterweight division, man. Said Crawford took a backdoor deal. Some say he's still running. Run, duck, run. Yeah. Said last you heard it was $15 million for 3 fights, 2-way rematch clauses, plus 35%. Whew, that'd be a hell of a damn deal to give them. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak on that because I don't know. But I will say this. I've never heard nobody say they had a problem with not making money with Al Heyman in that. And the reason why I lean towards Al Heyman gonna do Terrence Crawford right, because they would like to sign Terrence Crawford under the PVC banner. So I think if you want to sign this dude in there, because anything can happen in boxing. Anything can happen in boxing. So let's say Spence loses. You want to sign him so you can try to keep them belts around, right? So you want him to be there. You want him to do it. He'll be a good asset. And Bud really needs PBC, because the Zone don't want him. Top Rank don't want to work with him. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy damn sure ain't gonna work with him. So who does he got? So he goes to BLK, somebody from across seas, British. I don't get that. I don't get it, man. Do I have a chat link? Nah, I don't have a chat link. I had to get something set up like that. Nah. But you call in if you get. Can you play it? Can you put it on your thing? Because I can put you straight through the speakers with that. De La Hoya said who? That PBC overpaying fighters? I know Bob Arum said that PBC is overpaying fighter. Yeah, Bud's hard to deal with for 3 fights. He really is, man. Bud, man, I can't really hold against Bud. He's a good fighter. He's just a bad businessman. And he don't trust anybody. He thinks everybody's out to get him, which is understandable. It's understandable. He thinks everybody out to get him. You know, I asked fake Bud fans multiple times to name when PBC did a fighter dirty when it comes to money, and every time they go silent. Hey, that's the same thing. Listen, I've never heard it. I can't say that they have or not, but I will look at their track records. I look at people's body of work because now Floyd started with him and Al teamed up to start the PBC, that kind of stuff type deal, right? Really. So, but you had Manny came over. They talked to Manny. They said Manny was having tax trouble, whatever, but they talked to Manny. Manny came over and signed with PBC. Had no problems. Manny had no problems with PBC. Mikey Garcia fought 2 years out of his contract, stayed inactive for 2 years to get out of Top Rank. Came to PBC, made money. Andy Ruiz left Top Rank, came to PBC. He made money. Made a lot of money. Made money again. And what does every fighter say on PBC? Al Heyman takes care of me. The only person bitching about something is Adrian Broner. He got a problem with Floyd. He got a problem with everybody. Adrian Broner is Adrian Broner's problem. And Tank is up under Floyd, but Tank has his own promotional company. I think Tank wants to be rid of Floyd and go straight to Al Heyman. And I don't think Floyd wants that to happen because he done put so much money in Tank and made Tank who he is. That came from them. They made a lot of money on that. Tank has made a lot of money off Floyd. And so, but to be honest, the real truth is Tank needs Floyd, man. He needs Floyd to keep him out of trouble, man, because Tank is a problem, man. And he's learning that shit from Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner is a bad influence, man. He really is. I like Adrian Broner. I do. I think Adrian Broner fights. The guy got some. Adrian can fight, man. He really can. He ain't letting his hands go hurt lately for whatever reason that is. We can only speculate, but I think Adrian Broner, he's a good fighter, man. But Adrian never really cried about talking bad about Al Heyman besides the Floyd situation and y'all need to keep me busy. So they all begging to fight with Al Heyman. The only person that's running from Al Heyman is Bud. Yeah. He said, T-Word said, the only issues people bring up about PBC is the fighters' inactivity, not money, the roster too full. I get it. I get that. But like y'all said earlier, like all of us have said, man, I think that they just need to have a lot of in-house fights. They need have a lot of in-house fights because there's a lot of people up under the PBC banner that ain't fighting. You got David Benavidez, Jamel Charlo, Plant. You got Darrell, Anthony Darrell. You got who else over there? You got a lot of them dudes. They all could be fighting each other, right? Only person I saw really mixing it up is Jamel. Jamel has wiped out his division, man. You got to give it to Jamel. Jamel wiped out a division, and the dude still don't get the credit he deserves. He don't. He says, C. Dewberry said, I think Tank has matured. I think he's matured a little bit, but like him being in that scene of the accident, getting out running, leaving that pregnant girl there, that's coming back to bite him in the butt. They say it's a misdemeanor, but the girl wants him to get some time. I don't know how much time they're going to give you. It depends on the judge, It's a misdemeanor when it comes down to it. Tank got his money to be able to pay lawyers to get out of that one, man. Yeah, okay, ATL. Yeah, cool. It's open. Broner is done and is looking for a handout, and he should have thought about that when he was flushing money on camera. Yeah, he should have thought about that shit. Yeah, he should have thought about that. But hey, that's him. That's his square, and guess what he's got to do? That dude got to stand on it. Adrian Broner got to stand on that square. He made that bed. He's got to lie in it, man. Yeah. When I checked their net worth, it wasn't good on PBC. Crawford is loaded compared to Spence. Danny Swift is in real estate in Philly. Yeah, so you think Crawford's got more money than Spence? I say they probably worth about the same. I say they probably worth kind of close to the same. I think Spence and Crawford might be close to the same net worth. I think. Bud might be slightly a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know because Spence made some money on them back ends, really good off those fights. Okay, he fought Mikey. He did okay off of that. Did pretty good off Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. So it was 3 good fights he had. And the Ugas fight. So he made some pretty good money on the Ugas fight. So Spence might be a little bit ahead of Bud. He might be. I don't know. I have to see what that one comes. Right. He said, Top Rank has the prospects. PBC has the top level guys. Think about it is Top Rank runs 130, 135. They run that. And Top Rank runs 140 too. They run 140. So be up above 140 is PBC. PBC runs that. Oh, yeah, C. Dewberry. Yeah, of course. Jamel is the only champion that there's no question he's the man. Every other division you could have an argument, but not 154. Oh, yeah. He is literally the real undisputed. He's undisputed for real. And Canelo might have the disputed belts, but nobody believes he can beat. You know what? He could beat him, but everybody is questioning it. You don't question Jamel at 154, but you question Canelo at 160. I mean, 168. Yep. He said his ass reaching, trying to point that out. PBC get paid. Yep. PBCs, man, I think PBC make that money, man. I think they do. Al Heyman, man, but let's say we all agree, all of us agree, whatever Bud's gripe with PBC is not substantial. You know what I'm saying? It's not, because it's Bud is crying about, I might just. All Bud got to do is accept the fight and get paid. I want Bud to get paid. Don't get it twisted. I don't think he should fight for free. But I've never heard no fighter not make money with it. They was even willing to overpay AJ. They pay the money. PBC always pays the money, man. You know what I'm saying? PBC always pays the money out. So where's the problem coming in at? Where the problem coming in at on that? I like to know that, man. But, Bud's being Bud. And to all of us, Bud is ducking. Bud ducked. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, man. Bud ducked. So, I don't know, man. But they got to make some fights. And I agree with all you guys. Next year is going to be lit. Next year is going to be lit. He said Bud had 5 fights from 2018 to 2021 and made $21.8 million. Check Spence revenue from his last 5 fights. Okay, he's checking that now. T-Word is checking that right now for us. He said the Mexican monster is coming for Canelo and will take over 168 again. I just hope he doesn't move up for a few years. Hey, Benavidez is a beast, but I think I don't know why Jamal don't want to go after that dude, man. I do not know. Do y'all think that Jamal kind of feels some type of way about that? Boo-Boo, why don't Boo-Boo go fight him? But Andre said he got something coming up. He had an announcement to make. Everybody keeps saying they make an announcement. Ain't nobody made an announcement yet. He said Mayweather money is real money. Leonard Hearns money, Pacquiao money. All right, go ahead. The phone lines is open. Call on in, man. Maul too small. You think Jamal might? Yeah, Jamal might be a little small. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It'd be a good fight, dude. Hey, Jamal can box though. He got to go back to boxing. He ain't gonna just run through. He ain't gonna run through him. But now listen, Jamel is too small. But if Jamel was the same size as David Benavidez, that'd be a hell of a fight. Because Jamel would attack that body. Jamel and Spence got a hell of a body shot. But I will say, Jamal, man, that dude got a hell of an uppercut. He got a hell of a jab and a hell of an uppercut. But this inactivity, man, this inactivity is a little bit off. All right, guys, here we go with this.
Call from
ATL Unanimous Boxing.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Showboating Sports, what's going on, ATL?
What's going on with your show, man?
Man, not much. Show boating, man. Wrong channel. You said show business.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, man. That's all right. What's up with you, man? You got that tape for us, man? You got that sound bite?
Yeah, I got it for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Tell me if it's too loud or you know what I'm saying, but
okay.
This the audio I got earlier today.
Okay. Okay, cool.
You ready?
Yeah, we ready. We ready.
Okay.
Errol, Spence, at 147 or at 154. I really don't need to say to you, so. Let's see. Well, but tell me why. You know, sometimes you just let those fights aside, a great deal is that so. But at the same time, I gotta look at the fire. When you look at the fire, you're like, all right, well, you can't fuck with that game. So I was just like, right, you go off, okay, we can go to the gym, we can go that, because it's with our right. But now it's all right, you like, all right, now it's all right. You know what I mean? Come on up there, that's what the red carpet first. Yeah, that's weird. What did you see the one when I think it was Errol,
Yeah, it sounds a little garbly for some reason. We can barely make out what he's saying. Yeah, because it's kind of giving like a little bit of a back thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all right. But yeah, that's what it did. That speaker just came on back through. Yeah. Okay.
But this is actually Bud talking. So
yeah. I
I
can tell it's
if
him.
you can pull it up, it probably sound clearer on your end, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I try not to play too much people stuff in there because copyright stuff too much off their pages.
Yeah.
So, but I appreciate you calling in and sharing it with us though, because you can tell it's Bud. It sounds like I can't make out who the other voice. It sounds like it's
like the dude, you know, the Mexican dude. I don't know if he with Fight Hype or he'd be like he was just on the fight this weekend. The little Mexican dude with the short haircut.
Yeah.
That's who he was talking to. Like, I don't know if it's Fight Hype. I don't know who it is, but he always be on there.
So he said. So his words is he's not going to deal with PBC no more. He's done with him.
He said, period. Because they try to lay out the red carpet for him, and they ain't try to do that before when he was with Top Rank. So he said it just seemed kind of weird that they trying to lay out the red carpet for him now.
But then he also said that they didn't want to offer him shit. So that's like speaking out the side of your neck both ways, right? They said it's Brian Custer.
Both ways.
C. Dewberry said Brian Custer. You hear me?
But yeah, he said, because he asked him in the beginning, he was like, at 147 or 154, he was like, I don't think it's going to happen ever at all.
At all.
Because they tried to lay out the red carpet for him now, but they ain't try to do it when he was with Top Rank. So it's like, why now? But that don't even make no sense. If they're trying to roll out the red carpet for you now, and they ain't try to do it before because you supposedly on the other side of the street, you have a chance to be on the side of the street. So that's why they rolling the red carpet out for you. So we can get this fight over with, so everybody can see the fight they've been waiting on.
Right.
But you go fight somebody who we don't even know. Don't nobody know.
Right.
Whoever sits in the fight, we're gonna know, because he's not gonna fight no Polynesian sauce.
Right. See, the thing about it is that that's just that double talk shit that I hear, because first Bud said they wasn't making him an offer. Then now he's saying they roll out the red carpet. He don't want to deal with him. But then they're saying that he's saying that after he finished with the David Avanesian fight, he wants to go back and fight it. It's just too much double talk that's going on, man. It just doesn't make sense, man. None of this stuff makes sense. It's all weird, man. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you
promise
agree
you,
with that?
Showboat Box, I promise you, if you just go watch the original video from Everything Boxing, it was early.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check it out. When I get off tonight,
He
I'll
broke
go
it
check it out.
down straight up.
Okay.
Bud said this is Bud's mouth. He said out his mouth, like, it didn't make no sense. It was like, yeah, they rolled the red carpet out for me now because I ain't with Top Rank no more. And then it just seemed weird.
Now I heard Bud say that a long time ago. I did hear Bud say that part. So I know what you're saying is the truth. I heard Bud say that. It was off an interview, but that's been a while ago. Bud said something about that he didn't really want to deal with them because they didn't want to deal with him when he's on Top Rank. But I think that's when he was still on, or right when he came, as soon as he came. I forget when it was, but yeah. Okay.
No, but he's talking about now. He's saying, Top Rank. They didn't want to fuck with him when he was with Top Rank. But now that he by himself, they want to roll the red carpet out. Like, what sense do they make? They told you that they weren't going to do everything when you was with Top Rank, but now you're not with Top Rank. You're by yourself.
Right.
So you got your own decisions, and we got you. So what's wrong with that?
It doesn't make sense, man. To me, if that's really Bud's stance on that, then that just means he's just ducking Spence all the way to the end, man. He's not going to fight Spence because he's not confident he's going to beat Spence.
Exactly. And that's why I was telling you got to listen to it personally. I know my shit was kind of cloudy, but
yeah,
you got to listen to it. I was surprised that he even said that because it sounded like he was trying to make sense, but you ain't make no sense at all. He just let everybody know you ducking, bro.
Dude, that's exactly what it is. That just means I'm scared to fight. Period. I don't want that fight. I want to save my orbital bone. I don't want to fight Spence. That's what they're saying to me.
I'm telling you, when you hear for yourself personally, you're going to be surprised. Like, damn, he actually admitted this.
Okay, cool. I'm on it. When we get off tonight, I'm going to check it out tonight, or I'll check it out first thing in the morning.
All right, man. Hey, I'm here, man. I'm up. I like to support the real boxing fans because that's what I am. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to tell you how I feel, and that's just what it is.
Exactly. Say, you stand on it. We standing on this shit, huh?
Stand on it. Stand on it.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling in, man.
Already, fam.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, man, I'm going to definitely go check that out. I'm going to hear it. I'm going to check it out. Nah, it sounds like it's Brian Custer. That's what it sounds like. But he dropped it in there. Hey, ATL, when you get back in the chat room, tell him what's name again? Put it back on her that way because T-Word won't see that. Yeah, Adrian. He can only run for so long. Bud can only run so long before it's retirement time. That's it. I mean, come on, man. Because the thing about it is, you 35 years old. How much more you going to wait? What you going to do? You can't keep taking, you cannot fight Boots when you turn 37, 38. Boots is going to knock you out. Your body can't take it. You can't keep playing around with Spence. You got to take Spence now. Because Spence 32. So Spence still got some good time in him. He's good. He's good. And if he think he's worth it, Everything Boxing, that's what it is. It's on Everything Boxing. Yeah, I'm going to definitely go check that out. Yeah, man, Bud just talking out the side of his damn neck with that man. Because for 1 minute you say, oh, they rolling out the red carpet. I don't know if I want to deal with them. They try and do all this, but that's what they supposed to do. You're not with Top Rank no more. They supposed to do that. But then in the next breath, you saying they trying to cheat me. They ain't want to give me no money. They ain't wanting to do this for me. They ain't wanting to do nothing for me like that. Then guess what? It doesn't make sense. None of that makes sense. The only thing that makes sense with that is that Bud don't want to fight. He's trying to protect his orbital bone. You know what I mean? And I never thought that Bud, you know how many people I argue with Bud? Like I got in there talking shit about Canelo, right? And I said, Canelo is a duck. Spence and Bud, they are what true champions. They're the example of true champions. That's what I said to people. Oh man, you prejudice, you talking don't make no. I talked to shit about Keith Thurman too. But then Bud did this 180 on me. And so what I had to do, I never would have thought I got that out of Bud. I was arguing. I said, nah, man, Bud's the real deal. Man, Bud ain't gonna fight Spence. I said, listen, Bud is gonna fight that dude. Spence gonna fight Bud. Then I heard people say, oh, Spence ain't gonna fight Bud. I kept hearing it. I took up for both of those cats. And Bud did that 180, man. It's messed up, man. Double AR said that's that's Bud's best friend. Hey, Bud holding on that belt for dear life, man. He holding it hostage, man. He's trying to sell. What he trying to do? He's trying to say, if you want a shot at this, you're gonna overpay me for that. Oh yeah, yeah. Robert Pitts, yeah. You said I honestly think when a fighter signs with Top Rank, they don't really want to smoke. Nah, they don't want to smoke, man. They really, truly don't want to smoke in upper weight classes. Now, you got to think anything below 140, Top Rank runs that. If you're over 140, then PBC owns that between 147, 154, 160, 168. Yeah, they run that. They run that. PBC owns those. PBC runs a lot. But that's why Bob Arum won't let his fighters. That's why Devin Haney had to sign to do all those fights, because Bob Arum feels like, well, hell, you got to fight George Kambosos twice. You got to fight Loma. If you get past them, which we won't, and with that scorecard, 111 and 117, hey, Devin Haney better be real careful with that. They will rob his ass. He better make sure he treats Loma like he treated Kambosos. Said Bud needs this fight in order to avoid mandatory. Hold on, y'all. Hold on one quick second. Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. Yeah, no fighter want to go to their belt, but the problem is, if you don't like it, hey man, if you don't like it, Bud just listen. If Bud contemplating on retirement, man, go on, let that belt go. Move up to 154. Say you going after Jamal, which you ain't gonna get that fight because you can't make that. Because this is what I don't understand about Bud. Bud says, man, don't worry about Spence. I'm gonna go up and fight Jamel, right? How the hell you gonna make it with Jamel if Jamel is with PBC? If you can't make it with Spence, you can't make it with PBC. You can't make it with him. I mean, they're not going to let you bypass Spence, and Spence needs that fight. You think Al Heyman, you think Jamel, nobody's going to allow that to happen, especially no sanctioning by now. With the WBO, he has the WBO belt, so if he moves up, he can directly challenge that dude, right? But man, let me tell you something. They'll have him fighting everybody else before they fight Bud. For real. They're not going to let that happen. The sanction, Bud pissed the sanctioning bodies off. So he don't have them as his friends right now. He cost all them dudes money. He made everybody look stupid. Listen, everybody in boxing is pissed off at Bud. Everybody is. Everybody's pissed off at Bud. And Bud knows it. Bud don't care because Bud is arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Bud is definitely arrogant. You know what I'm saying? So Bud don't care. But the thing about it is man, they're going to be listen, there's going to be some consequences, repercussions on that, man. You know what I mean? It is. Man, listen, man. Hey, a lot of people out there right now, they putting out a lot of misinformation, man. They really are. A lot of people putting out a lot of misinformation. And I think right now, man, certain groups of people are covering from their friends. Certain groups of people are covering from mistakes and stuff like that. So they trying to put stuff out there. And that's why I say, like you said earlier, T-Word, it's a shell game going on. I don't know. But I think that they put misinformation out there and they making people look bad. Like, I think that they told Mike Coppinger some stuff to make Mike Coppinger look bad. Now I think they putting stuff out with YouTube channels and making the YouTube channels lose credibility because they mad at YouTube channels. That's what I'm getting out of it. I could be wrong. But I think that what they're doing is, if you notice here lately, a lot of YouTube channels have been saying sources and saying what they hearing from this, they hearing from that. Like I told you earlier, somebody said something about that, about he could still be fighting Bud because that's falling apart. But I told you, it's somebody I heard, I can't say I believe that or not. Somebody just said it. I was like, man, I heard that the fight was falling apart. I wasn't even gonna bring that bullshit up. I wasn't. But I just threw it out there, right? And I did send that tweet to Spence, right? But I just threw it out there. But to be honest, my real thoughts is he's gonna fight his mandatory. You know what I mean? But I know y'all saying he might fight Keith Thurman, but I think he's gonna fight Staniosis. I think that's what fight he's gonna take. I think Spencer settled that one. It's a mandatory. He needs to go and settle that. And I think that but hey, I could be wrong. He could be Keith Thurman. But I just think Spence just really truly don't like Keith Thurman. Unless they paying him, they would have to pay Spence a hell of a lot of money to make him do that. Said Bud moves up to fight Mel and gets his body broken. Oh, he gonna get beat down, man. He gonna get beat down. Yep, he gonna get beat down. Oh, he's gonna get beat down. But guess what? Mel ain't gonna fight him. Mel ain't gonna fight him because he gonna look at it. I'm not gonna let you go and challenge me for mine and you do my brother wrong like that. You don't want to fight him. I'm not gonna give you that shot because Bud don't bring nothing to the table. You still bringing up WBO where you get the challenge because he's the WBO, but you ain't bringing nothing to the table. He's not gonna rush to fight that. And all they're gonna say is Bud was too small. You beat Bud. You know what I mean? Yeah, he said, so that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. He can challenge when he move up, but ain't nobody gonna do that, man. He said the WBC is going to pull back door strings and put their belt back in the forefront in the States. Hey, dude, you could be right. I'm not doubting it. Because I'll tell you this, everybody wants to get in there and make that money, right? And that's a high publicity fight. And so you're gonna make more money off a fight like that. It's gonna generate some money. Big names like Keith Thurman is gonna bring people in. Keith Thurman gonna bring more people than Bud in. Really, Keith Thurman has a better name than Bud, even though he done bullshitted away, right? But the thing that I say is you got Spence. Spence got to be a willing participant if they order it. But I think the IBF is already got this Staniosis thing in there. I think it's gonna be Staniosis. Could be wrong. Doesn't matter to me. If he fights Keith Thurman, man, I like that. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that a lot. WBC wants Ortiz or Thurman. Hey, I like it. Thurman can sell a fight. Hell yeah, Thurman can sell a fight. And Thurman can fight. I think Thurman is hungry, but I think Thurman is still high up on his horse and got his ego in the way. He don't act like he don't really want to fight Boots. You know what I mean? I would love to see that fight. Love to see Thurman and Boots. My God, man, can y'all imagine that fight? Because Thurman know he can't lose the Boots. If he lose the Boots, he falls all the way back down. And guess what? Boots knows if he stops Thurman, that puts him, he's at the top of everybody's list. He said, Ortiz ain't PBC and Virgil would cough up an eye. Yep. Man, I want to see it. I can't wait till they make that fight. He said Mel has mandatory, so Bud will still have to wait. We all know the talking shit. He don't want 147. I don't believe he wants it at 154. Listen, he's talking that shit and he don't want it. But what Bud is doing, Bud is promoting himself with these lies and this deception. It's lies and deceit, man. Bud is lying in his lies and deception, man. You know something? Ever since Spence called Bud out, Bud didn't show up for the fight. Bud's done been everywhere. Bud ain't been in media like that. Hey, where's the big fish at? Where's all that shit at, right? But then when Spence called that motherfucker out, Bud ran. You ain't hear Bud saying too much of nothing, man. Right now, Bud is quiet as a mouse. You don't hear Bud. You don't hear nothing from Bud. Hell, we ain't even hearing really nothing from Bernie Mac. I mean, from not Bernie Mac, he might as well say he's a damn comedian. Bernie the boxer. Might as well call him Bernie Mac. He's out there like a damn comedian. Yeah, Thurman's a hell of a talker. Hey, you ain't never lied. Thurman is a hell of a talker. Oh, yeah, hell, nobody don't believe Bud no more, man. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, low risk. Yeah, Spence versus Thurman is low risk. Yeah, and if Spence lose that, then guess what? You still got it with PVC, and that's what PVC want to do. They want to protect it. You don't want Bud to get them belts because Bud will be an asshole. Bud will win, and Bud will just let all the belts go. That's what Bud will do. He'll just win and try to let all the belts go. Just let somebody else have it. Let them fight over it. I wouldn't put that past Bud. Only way Bud would try to keep that belt. No, you know what Bud will do? Bud will let all those other belts go and keep the WBO. And that way he can go up there and try to challenge Jamel. Because I don't think he would fight Spence twice. I don't see Bud wanting to fight Spence twice. LT said, I got Thurman over Ennis. You got Thurman over Ennis? Woo, that'd be a good fight, man. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight, man. All his YouTubers on every night and everybody run it. Who you talking about? He said, Bud lost all credibility. It's going to be hard to come back from this. Adrian. I got to give you a hand on that, man. Hey, he lost all credibility. Everybody's mad at Bud. And the thing about it is the sanctioning bodies, nobody's going to believe what he's got to say. Now they're going to do some hard negotiations with him because BLK knows he ain't even promoting that fight. Greg Roberts said, hey, I like that. He said, Bud is circling the drain fast. Yeah. ATL, you think it'll go 12 rounds? You think it'll go 12 rounds? I don't think it's gonna make it 12 rounds. I don't know. It could, but I don't know, man. Ennis is a big dude, man. I love to see it. It could. Him just going there knocking Thurman out that quick, I don't think it'll happen. I want to see that fight, man. I want to see that fight so bad. I wish Thurman would fight Boots. That'd be a hell of a fight, man. Hell of a fight, man. He said Crawford has a YouTube channel. Oh, okay. I didn't know Crawford had a YouTube channel. I mean, well, where he's on it. Yeah, okay. So he got one. So is that Bernie the Boxer running it? Who's running it? Had they announced the fight yet? Nah, Miss Thomas. Nah. They ain't announced that fight yet. They ain't announced none of that. You said, hey, T-Word said Boots a break Keith Thurman. He might, man. But Keith Thurman, hey, man, he knows one thing about Keith Thurman. I know that dude knows how to survive, man. Said Thurman looked great last fight. Thurman did all right. He did all right. Mario Barrios, he should have knocked Mario Barrios out, man. He really should have. He should have knocked Mario Barrios out, and it should have been a statement. He should have knocked him out. He should have knocked that dude out. He should have. But Mario Barrios is stronger at 147 than he was at 140 because he's a big dude. Mario Barrios is a big dude, man. Can't believe Tank knocked him out and Keith didn't. But, hey, But he got hurt Keith got hurt to the body again, didn't he? My goodness. Said Boots to get out on his ass at least once in that fight. Yeah. Hey, listen, I would love, say he took a layoff. Man, I would love to see that fight. Man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, said Thurman gonna want larger gloves. He wore it with larger gloves. Oh, okay. Hey, but Thurman hand is okay. Thurman said he's back, can throw some of them other punches. I want to see that new weapon in there, man. I want to see him use that old weapon. Because one thing about it is, man, Keith had some power back in the day. He still has some power. And power, that's one of the last thing that goes is that power. Keith can punch. He can punch. But that body is weak. That right there to that side. Pacquiao hurt him. Mario Barrios hurt him. Didn't Josecito Lopez hurt Keith Thurman? Didn't Josecito Lopez hurt Keith Thurman? I think he did, man. I think he hurt Keith Thurman. I think he did, man. I don't know. I think he did, man. Yeah, I think he did, man. I think Mario Barrios. I think Josecito Lopez hurt him. I don't know. I don't know how true it is, but I think he did. I think he hurt him. I think he did hurt him. I think he did. I think he did hurt him. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Some stuff is all right. Okay. Hey, them solarplexes are way sensitive, ain't he? Hey, yeah, he almost lost to Josecito Lopez. Hey, he was hurt. He was hurt. Man, Spence would have, dude. Spence would have beat that body up, man. Spence would have beat that body up. Hey, but guess what? Keith Thurman said, you know, he been up at Big Bear training and stuff. I think Keith might be training in the background, man. Because last time I saw Keith, Keith was still looking good, man. Keith been standing out of the limelight. So he might be on trying to really make a comeback, though, man. He might be standing out the way and trying to catch up with these cats. I just want to see some fights, man. I hope what y'all saying is true. I hope that they do make Spence and Thurman fight. Even though I'm in my feelings, I would still like them go ahead and see that fight, man. I'd much rather see. I would really rather see Keith Thurman and Boots. I think that'd be a war, man. I think that'd be a war. Nah, Thurman gonna run for them young guys, man. Thurman is gonna definitely run for them young guys. You can't blame him, man. Cause listen, if he loses to one of them young guys, you know what that does to his career at this age? It pushes him all the way back down. So he don't want to go out like that. He definitely don't want to fight Boots. He look at it like as I can lose to Spence and I can lose to Bud, but I damn sure don't want to lose to Boots. Hell yeah, Thurman been quiet. But that could be a good thing, you know what I mean? If he's still training, still doing his thing, man. Yeah, nothing but love, man. Said Thurman was upset he was called a gatekeeper. Yeah. So he might have something to prove. Yeah, well, listen, man. Thurman don't want to be the one on top like that and then turn around. And like you said, everybody call him a gatekeeper, everybody laughing at him. He's a has-been right now, right? But you got to think him, Danny, and Sean Porter. With Sean Porter retiring, Danny look like he ain't doing too good. You know what I mean? Danny keeps losing. He did good at 154, but he fought Benavidez, Jose Benavidez. So I mean, you can't give him a whole lot of credit for that. Jose Benavidez, that one leg type deal, man. You can't give him a whole lot of credit for that, but he handled his business. He handled his business, man. He won it. So I don't know, man. So Keith Thurman, it just puts Keith Thurman right. Everybody looking at Keith like, are you going to get out of here? You going to leave? Are you washed up? I like to see him and Crawford fight. Man, it's so many good fights to be made at 147, but they dropping the ball at 147. They damn done dropped the ball at 135 too. Those are two divisions in boxing that could just sparks could be flying everywhere. Sparks could be flying anywhere, man. Yeah, Danny was best at that. Yeah. He said Thurman gonna chin check somebody. Yeah, Thurman is gonna try to put it down on somebody, man. Yeah. Yeah, Adrian, I agree with you, man. Yeah, he was better at 140. He was better at 140, but he doesn't, you know, I don't know, man. But you know, one good thing, Danny might be all right at 154 because Danny still have a little bit of fat speed, and Danny should have a little bit more power. I think his next fight will be able to tell, but shit. Because who he gonna fight? Because he can't come back down to 147. He can still fight Bud and Boots, but do he want to lose to those two guys? Said Keith got one good last stand. Ugas or Errol? My prediction. Well, Ugas, we got to see what Ugas going to do after that Errol fight. Who he going to fight? If he gets past Boots, if Ugas can get past Boots, but I think that that Crawford should fight Boots or Spence, period. Oh, appreciate it, Brandon, man. Appreciate you rolling with us, man. Thanks for rolling on in with us, man. Hey, we be cooking at nights, man. We be in here handling it, man. Everybody in here represent, man. Think about this one, man. Everybody's tired of the dumb shit in boxing. So guess what? We all speak our mind and we stand on it in this camp. Everybody stand on what they saying. You know what I mean? Whether we agree or not, this is the place to be. Shit, I don't care if somebody don't agree with me. You might have a good argument. I'm with the good debate. You know what I'm saying? And if you prove me wrong, I'm all about it. Thurman versus Bronner versus BLK. Man, look. Hey, what they say? What they say? They said that Adrian Bronner ain't nothing but he just advertisement. That's what he is. They just got him on there as that. You know what I mean? Good content, keep it to work. Thanks, Brandon, man. Appreciate it. I spoke to Angel Garcia. They trying to get Laura a catch weight. Oh, they trying to fight Laura at a catch weight. Okay, that would be good. That'd be real good. Last thing. Keith. Oh, okay. That's what happened. My stuff. Yeah. One more good time for one time. Yeah. Hey, that's a good one. One more good time for one time. Yeah. Thurman Garcia rematch at 154. Yeah, that might be good. But Keith said he's gonna stay at 147. Thurman versus Bronner. Good shit. Thurman versus Bronner. Now, Thurman should beat Bronner, man. Bronner, I like to see Rolly and Bronner. That's what I like to see. Hey, they said, who they say? Did they say Bronner should fight what's his name? With the loud mouth? What's his name with the loud mouth? They said Bronner should fight the one, woo! What's his name? This always trying to sound like the wrestler. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. The one Spence said put his ass in the dirt. What's his name? Blair the Fair. Blair Cobbs. I like to see Bronner and Blair Cobbs. Blair Cobbs and Adrian Bronner would be a good fight. I like to see that, man. Blair the Flair. I like to see that. I like to see that fight, man. I would love to see that fight, dude. Man, there's so many interesting fights, man, they could make in boxing, man. I can't wait. But, man, I've been wilding out with you guys, man. I'm going to get up off here, man. Get up, get my day started tomorrow, man. I'm going to watch that ATL. I'm going to watch that video tonight. I'm going to go in there and check it out. Let's put it up one more time for everybody else to see it so everybody can go check it out for themselves here, buds. And everybody make their opinion so next time we get back on here, we'll talk about it. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m., man, we'll roll this out again, man. So you guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If you've been on the channel, hit the like button on your way out the door, man. Appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. Catch with you guys. Nick, hold on. Make sure I ain't missing them before I get out of here. A, B, and Buzz. Okay. Everything Boxing. Okay. Y'all go check that out. Everything Boxing. They said that's where that is, man. Hey, appreciate everybody joining in, man. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I try to put that up on my thing that I would be coming on, let everybody know we're coming on around 10, but it kept saying on 2 a.m. in the morning. So that time zone thing is off. So, but yeah, tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. Catch you guys later, man. Y'all be up, man. That's straight. That's like I said before, everything we say in this room, we're going to stand on it. And that's straight up, no chasers. So until tomorrow night, guys, peace. I'm out.